players out there in a little long huddle
Yep.
after the win. What were you talking to them about? Shepherds?
Yeah, not much. Just saying well done, and that we can be. I thought we can be really proud of the effort. I thought, it's a new group coming together. We had, I think, 7 of our 14 players were under 25 or under, and I thought the way we went about it was excellent. Particularly our bowling group. I just said that I think if we execute like that with the ball and field the way we did, we'll have success against a lot of teams on a lot of different surfaces. So just saying that I was really proud of the way we went about it.
And Labuschagne, Patterson and who's the other one? Richardson.
Yep.
Three come into the team have done really well up here, haven't they? That must be great.
Yeah, absolutely.
That bring the energy to you?
Yeah, they did. They all field really well as well, which makes a huge difference. But yeah, I thought the way Marnus played under some real pressure, a couple of wickets falling early in the morning. I thought him and Travis, for 2 young guys, took the game, or put us in a really strong position in the game. And then Jai in his first Test match, I thought was outstanding. He's bowled that way for Western Australia the whole season, and I think our selectors made a really good call in getting him in when he's in really good form. The same with Curtis Patterson, and it paid dividends.
Tim, was a bit of a changing of hierarchy among the fast bowlers there as the game went on? Did you sense that Pat and Jai were really on it this game, perhaps a little bit more so than Mitchell?
Yeah, I think they're different bowlers. I think we've known for a long time what we're going to get with Starkey. Sometimes he can be a little bit erratic, but when he's on, he's literally the best in the world. So what we've got at the moment with those 3 and those 2 and Nathan is the ability to build up pressure over a long period of time and then be able to release Starkey in really short spells. So we're pretty confident that his best is not too far away, and why those 3 are bowling like that, it allows us to use him slightly differently, which is good.
Tim, you mentioned that you're sort of confident that Mitchell will turn it around soon, but how do you sense he's coping with it? I mean, is he struggling with, I suppose, a rare moment in his career where it doesn't seem to be coming easily for him?
Yeah, he's going okay. He's working really hard. I've seen him doing actually quite a bit extra than what I have in the past. So clearly he knows he's not at his best. He's working hard to get that. And yeah, Test cricket's hard, and Starkey's been really good for a long period of time. But I think anyone in any level of cricket goes through some times when it doesn't go your way, and it's a bit harder than what it has been, and he's probably going through that at the moment, but we're there to help him out. And as I said, I thought the other 3 bowled superbly, which allowed us to use Starkey slightly differently and in shorter bursts. And Mitchell Stark's a type of bowler. He's 1 wicket, 1 spell away from being devastating again. So as I said, we're hopeful that's really close.
After a win like that, do you expect the team would remain unchanged for the next Test?
Not sure. I think we go to Canberra where conditions will be really different to what we've experienced here. So we'll have a look at that in the next few days. The beauty is we've got a few days off that we can take our time with those decisions.
Tim, Pat Cummins, what impressed you so much about him today?
Just the way he executed. That was one of the things we spoke about after the game, was if Pat Cummins bowls like he bowled in this Test match against anyone, he's going to take wickets. I thought he was just relentless with his line and length. He gave them absolutely nothing to hit until right at the end when he was a little bit tired and searching for another wicket. But I thought him and Jai in particular, their discipline and their ability to just keep hitting a spot and wearing them down was outstanding. And as I said, I think they'll have a lot of success against a lot of teams if they can continue to do that.
Tim, you speak about the new group coming together and whatnot. Obviously, it's been a difficult few months since a big year ahead. How important was the manner in which you did it today and the last 3 days as far as morale and confidence and all that goes for, what's a big year?
Yeah, it's great. Any Test team that you can beat in 3 days is a huge effort. It's not easy to do, to take 20 wickets and score enough runs and have a Test match done in 3 days. So for a young group, it's really pleasing. No doubt it'll do the confidence a world of good, but we're not anywhere near the finished product. We're a long way off where we want to be. And also, you got to take into account that for Sri Lanka to come to the Gabba first up is really, really tough. It's completely out of their comfort zone. It's hard for Australians to come from the southern states to play on that wicket with the extra bounce. So we expect Canberra will probably suit them a little bit better, and we're going to have to be right at the top of our game again to beat them in Canberra.
It's not the finished product. Is a lot of that with the bat? I mean, again, guys got starts, 2 guys got 80, but no centuries. That
Yeah, I think
moving?
so. I think we've still got some work to do in all departments. But yeah, we think as a batting group we missed an opportunity again to go really big, and get 450, 500. Having said that, maybe the pink ball and the night conditions make it hard. You don't get too many really big hundreds with the pink ball because of the change of the conditions and the fact that under lights it does a bit more and is clearly more difficult to bat. So, but yeah, at the same time, yeah, we would have liked to have got a really big score and batted for a bit longer. So those guys are aware of that. They're disappointed. They wanted to score test hundreds and miss the opportunity. So yeah, there's things we can get better at.
Just a little bit more about Pat Cummins. Like, he was bowling really well even against India, but beating the bat more.
Yep.
Is it just a case of he bowled slightly fuller here, or he was trying to hit the stumps more?
I think well, I'm not sure. It looked like the ball was coming out of his hand a little bit better than in the Indian series. You couldn't doubt his efforts in the Indian series, but I thought at times his seam was not perfect. And I thought in this Test match there was times where his seam was perfect. He got the ball to swing. And when you can get the ball to swing at Pat's pace, it's pretty difficult. And then when the ball wasn't swinging, he did miss his length too often. When he bowled his bounce, it was on the money. So I think, yeah, he was at his best in this Test match.
Tim, would you have liked to play India on that pitch in November to start a series? And what's your balance of whether a series should start on a Gabba wicket like that to set a tone for a series? Does it give you all those boosts in confidence?
Yeah, who knows? We would have had to face the Indian attack on that wicket as well, which wouldn't have been easy. So, look, it's important that we start to play more consistently, regardless of the surface we play, and we can't wait to come to the Gabba and know that Australian sides play well there, and win a lot of Test matches here. So, we need to be able to doing it on any surface, any venue, and that's something we're building towards. But as I said, if our bowlers had have executed in this Test in the last series like they did in this Test, I think we would have had a fair bit more success as well.
Tim, 4 years ago in England, there was a fair bit of debate around the composition of the bowling lineup, the fast bowling lineup, and after the fact there was an admission that they missed a trick by not playing Siddle earlier in the series, a seamer in English conditions. What's your view on that, about the importance of having a more traditional seam or swing bowler playing in England later in the year?
Yeah, I think there's no doubt you've got to have some options to be able to adapt to different conditions. I think what we're seeing through the last 12 months of what's happened is we're developing depth in all our areas. So not only with the ball, can we go to England, there's guys around the country that are bowling well, and there's guys that can, Tremaines and Worrells and Siddle that's here with us that can swing the ball to go, to complement Hazelwood, Cummins, Starc and Jai Richardson. You've got James Pattinson, so we've got plenty of options there. But then outside of into our batting now as well, when Smith and Warner are back on the scene in a Bancroft, all of a sudden you've got a number of batters after the way Hetty and Marnus are playing. We've got Renshaw and Pekovsky on the scene as well. So we're building a real depth of talent in all of our areas. You've got Mitchell Marsh and Stoinis as well. So I think we're building quite nicely to having a really well-rounded squad of 15 or 16 players in the next 12 months, which is a great place for us to be.
And just on the evidence of this Test match here, do you think that Jai Richardson could actually be that guy for you, even though he's quick? He has that skill set that he might be the guy that balances out the attack due to the way that he moves the ball around?
Yeah, absolutely. I think we've seen and seen in Shield cricket when we've played against him, and I know speaking to guys in Tasmania, he bowls at good speed and can swing the ball both ways, and that's pretty rare at 22 years of age. So we're really lucky to have him in and around our group, and as I said, he's just another one that adds depth and adds another option for when conditions are going to suit. I think the other thing he does is sometimes allows you, the more depth we have, it allows us to actually rotate our bowlers a little bit, so our big quicks aren't getting injured or tired and things like that. So as I said, it's a great place for us to be in going forward.